morning, everybody. Speaking of being thankful, I'm thankful that you're here. That you are. I posted on Facebook that I'm giving the sermon today, and it was a little bit of a selfish thing because I wanted to get a little bit of support. I actually wasn't nervous until about an hour ago. So anyway. One great thing about this community is I know that you guys are here to support me too, and we're all here to support each other. Thank you. So, all right. And I also want to say thank you and appreciation for all of the people who are graduating, because you're taking a step and you are moving on into the next stage in your life, and that's awesome, more than awesome. This is the title of my sermon, Make Today Ridiculously Amazing. So, I wanted to talk about transitions, because that's one of the coolest things in life is transitions. Your family is going through them too when you're graduating and moving on and making a step, making a change. Change is an opportunity for growth, which is one of the best parts of life. So I'm going to say something, and I hope that you guys can feel it, but I love you guys. And I want to see you grow, and I want to see you reach amazing things, fulfill your dream, especially the one that is deep inside of you, the one that God gave you, you know? The kids maybe don't know this, but as you get older, you sort of forget your dreams a bit, and they get buried under a pile of stuff. Daily things and bigger worries, you know. And the worst part of it is that you get comfortable down there, buried under the pile of stuff, and you don't realize that it can slowly suffocate you and get smothered. There's a book I'm reading called The Power of Intention by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I don't know if you guys know about him, but one of the things he talks about is a plant or a flower. Do you know the difference between one that is alive and one that's dying? That's not a rhetorical question. I'm asking, do you know the difference? Yeah? You don't know. The difference between a flower that's alive and the one that's dying is the one that's alive is still growing. The one, once it stops growing, once it's cut, it's now dying. And we're the same way. If we're not growing, we're dying. And we're so much more than that, of course. You know, there's physical growth, of course, but there's also internal growth and spiritual growth. And if you're staying in your comfort zone, if you stay under the pile of stuff, you're dying. And okay, so this is something straight out of divine principle. If you can change the slide for me, give and take action. This is where energy is. You know, the interaction with other people. Working together, interdependence. It's in the interaction that growth happens too. When you're giving, you also receive. And I like to use the analogy of money. If you put money in a jar, it's worthless. Sitting on a shelf, looking all, I mean, it's not that pretty, but you know, in a jar, it's not doing anything. It's valueless. It's when it's circulating, when it's changing hands for goods, services, or anything like that, that's where the value comes from. So for us too, in our bodies, if the blood flows through our veins and everything, that's where life is as well. So it's in the exchange and the activity that growth is. So it's because activity is where growth is, I want to do something a little bit different with everybody this morning. I want to do an activity. It's one thing for me to stand up here and talk about stuff and for you to just absorb it. And it's entirely different when you actually put something into action. So I would like everybody to pair share, find somebody next to you, and I want you to take a few minutes, think fast, and get ready to give to somebody. And just an inspiration or something like that. And if you can't think of something, it can be just a compliment. And you have really awesome shoes, counts. That's okay. So go ahead, please find a partner and share with each other an inspiration or compliments. Okay. Hello again. So, how did that feel? How did that feel sharing with each other? Did it feel good? Yeah? Awesome, good. Um, so I'm sure both sides feel great, but which side felt better? When you were giving or when you were receiving? When you were receiving? When you were giving? It's kind of more what I was looking for as far as an answer. Because for me, it's when I'm giving also. I feel awesome. I feel empowered. I feel like I have something to offer to other people when I'm giving. And I honestly believe that when you give, you do receive. When you're teaching, you learn. When you have something inside of you and you give it away, then you internalize it more and it becomes more a part of you. Yes. So, and I hope that that experience that you just had where you're sharing with each other, that you can have that every day. I think that that's important, that you should strive for that. And that you feel empowered by it, that you have something to offer, that you're empowered to make a positive change in your life, even on a small scale. You're empowered to fulfill your dreams. You know, you take a step. It's in the activity that is where it starts. And it's in the giving that you're growing, which is the most important thing, to continue to grow. Now I want to leave you with one little word of warning. Please change the slide. This quote always makes me smile. It's from Zig Ziglar. People often say that motivation doesn't last, inspiration doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Yeah. So it's awesome that we get together once a week, you know, but it's really the daily practice of giving, of offering inspiration to other people that we continue to grow. Because, I mean, maybe even tomorrow you'll forget what I said, and you'll forget this feeling, this interaction that we just had with each other, and it'll kind of go, meh, you know, a little bit. So I wanted to give you a solution for helping you have a daily experience of offering inspiration. And it's important to do that because as you transition, as you graduate from moving on to the next thing, you might be like, what do I do next? Or where do I go? And also, you might all be inspired. You have the energy to move on, and you're ready to take on the staircase of life 2 at a time. But you may not be able to hold up that energy for a little bit. So this is where it's very key. So to help you give momentum, it gives us energy. And also reaching out to God. Pastor Tanya reminded me of that. And it's very important to remember to bring God into your daily experience. So the thing I want to offer, I'm part of a small group called Rise and Shine. You can change the slide. We do this every morning, and it's international and nationwide. And I want to invite every single one of you to it on Skype. It's on Skype. So 6:30 a.m. for people who have to wake up really early for work, like me. 7:30, 8 o'clock with the Midwest group, 10:30 with the West Coast people. That's my email address on the bottom, so if you'd like to join us, let me know, and I will pull you in on Skype. Okay? This is hands down the best way to start the day every morning. For me, I love what we do is we each come with an inspiration or quote to share with the rest of the group, and then we offer it. We go around and we offer it, and it's, again, in the giving that you receive, in the teaching that you learn, and it's in the action that you grow. So, yeah, I would love to see you on that call. I think that the daily experience will create amazing momentum for you in your life. And now I want to leave you with one last quote for the end of my sermon. You can go. Make your day reflect what's already inside of you. That's greatness. So I can't wait. This says for today, your day, and I hope every day after this, for the rest of your life, and I really can't wait to see where you go from here. Okay. Have a good Sunday.